I think I've been spotted. It's a little after 5 and I'm walking out to give the cows their third move of the day. They probably would have been where I'm standing right now. In this area, this would have probably been their either the beginning of this move that I'm going into, or they could have had that last night. I'm not really sure. But as you can see, there's still grass standing. My brother moved them first thing this morning, then my dad moved them. Second move. It's nice to have help. The only problem is I don't know where the fence posts are. Hi, Abigail. Yeah, no, denied. Hello. Hi. Hi, Pearl. Hi, Bo. Hi, Maya.
Just moved chickens this morning, but I'm tired and I'm the only one up, and we're gonna skip it. I'm just gonna throw feed. I'll set the door up so that it doesn't open again tomorrow. All right, to set it back so that it's locked again. And they got feed. See if they got water. They got enough for right now. It's supposed to get super warm today, so they probably have enough period. I was wondering what projects you guys want to see me do this winter, because we won't have anything garden related. You guys want to watch me put the tile down in the upstairs bathroom that I'm going to do this winter? You guys want to watch Jerry knits? Do you want us to show you what she knits this winter? She's going to be knitting quite a bit through the Super Bowl. So I don't know what you guys want to see me do, what projects you want to see me work on. I'll be finishing this trench up before the ground freezes, hopefully. I'll back out there all the way up to the house. It's, I think, about 80 feet. So I'm thinking it will take me about 5 days. It might be a little less than that if I get a good weekend in there. But if I'm working the whole time during that, I think it'll probably take me 5 days to get that put in. I'm gonna try to refinish a couple of chairs and dressers, and if you guys want to watch me do that, I don't know. A little kids cheer sets and some dressers. Monday was Labor Day this week, and it's led to this whole week just being an odd week for us. I slept weird, tried really hard to get stuff done, and it just didn't happen this week. I ended up putting brakes in the car, and that turned into an all-day thing, and so the garden hasn't seen a lot of us this week, and we're out here doing this tour on Saturday evening.
Welcome to our garden tour. This afternoon, evening, we're gonna start with the tomatoes. We got a lot of tomatoes that are red, but we're not gonna really harvest any today, this evening. We're going to harvest them tomorrow. I want this one with supper. It looks like our tomatoes are starting to get diseased, but it is September, so it's kind of to be expected. And then our last tomato here on the end is our cherry tomato, and it's got a bunch of ripe cherries ready to go again. Here is our not chocolate bell pepper. It was supposed to be chocolate. That's what seeds I had planted, but I have left this pepper in particular on here for I don't even, like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's never turned. So I don't think it's going to. So here's my green pepper. Our cayenne pepper in this garden is the peppers are starting to turn red. Most of them are red. There's a number of green ones, but majority of them are red already, or finally maybe. And here's our Cherokee tan pumpkin. Here's one of the pumpkins. I keep expecting it to get bigger, but I think that's probably just about the finished size. There's a few more in there. That one's probably the easiest one to find.
We've had some trouble the last couple of weeks with, I think these ones are squash bugs. I don't see the actual damage to the vine that makes me think this is a vine borer. See, the vine still looks good. But I've personally seen squash bugs on the bottom of, let's see, there's squash bugs and squash bug eggs. I need to put DE down again. There was a chance of rain today, so I didn't do it, but I should do it tomorrow morning early so that I don't have any problem. I read if you put it down earlier, there's less damage to bees, so I'm gonna put it down probably tomorrow morning.
Here's our blueberry, blackberry / elderberry patch. We don't really have too many blueberries coming on anymore. There's a few, but
sometimes you can harvest.
So I guess there's some that are ready to harvest here. This one actually has more than I was thinking any of them had on it, so here's a few more ripe ones, and then there's some that are not too far behind. Then our elderberries, we still haven't made it out here to pick all of them. I don't know, just not enough hours in the day, I guess.
Lots of times when I come out and take care of chickens in the morning, I have some elderberries. And from Kid 1 and I have been having elderberries in the evenings together. Here's the beginning of one of those Cherokee tan pumpkins. Silly kitty.
Our zucchini somehow still made it. I really thought it was a goner a couple of weeks ago already, but it's still producing. Even though it doesn't look healthy, it is still producing fruit, so I've been leaving it. My walking onions are looking real nice. They're starting to come up. This is our Amish paste tomato over there. It finally grew, but then just about time it's got some kind of virus or something starting at the base. This is my Cherokee purple. It's got tomatoes on it. They're just not they're not ripening very fast. I've only harvested one off of this one. Our peppers are still loaded. They waiting on more of these to turn for we can harvest them and make hot sauce. There are some red ones down here. I'm excited to make a lot of hot sauces. Then our potatoes are looking good. I'll be excited to have another crop of them before the winter. I still am planning on planting one more, at least one more bed just to try out the winter planting and see how that performs. I've heard some people try it, but I've never experimented with that. And it Are you supposed to be in my garden? Bandit. Then on the last side of our garden here was our eggplant. I harvested a couple of nice eggplants earlier this week, and they were pretty good. We're still getting blooms, so we'll still have eggplants for a couple more weeks. And then this is the other side of our pepper bed. This is our strawberry / basil bed. It's amazing how much these strawberries have filled in. It'll be exciting next year to have a lot more of them. And my marigolds are so pretty.
Gerber daisy has really just still come back. It looks really pretty. We both thought that Gerber daisy had died.
This is our first planting of green beans. The plants are starting to yellow and die out, which is expected. I need to do a harvest. There's some long beans in here though. This is our second planting, and they have blooms. I noticed this week, so here, either in a week or two, we'll have this planting producing also.
It's amazing how bushy this lavender's got. Hopefully it lives through the year this year. 'Cause last year it's supposed to be zone hardy year, but it didn't, so moving it to the greenhouse hopefully will. This one has a bunch of little peppers on it. I think some of them will get finished before the end of the year. These need harvested again. We were out once this week, but to keep them pickle sized, it's getting to be time to come out and harvest again on our cucumbers. They've done really great out here. This is definitely the tallest cucumbers I've ever had. This tomato plant's still struggling along in here. I think it looks like it might be one of those, might be one of the Bonnie's Best. Of the varieties that we had that had started, I think that was one of them, and these look a lot like the Bonnie's Best out back, but I can't say that for sure.
This is our greenhouse season extension experiments. We got a zucchini came up this week. My other one has not come up yet. I'm still gonna give it a couple more days and we'll see. Nathan and I just mowed the yard today, and we took all the grass clippings from the front and put them in here because we're going to try to plant tomatoes. I don't know how many we'll get. Maybe about 4 tomatoes planted in here. I think I either have 4 or 5 rooted starts in the house. So we'll plant those out here, and then I'll move my lavender and my pepper in here. And then it's going to be a pretty full greenhouse here pretty quick because these sweet potatoes are starting to vine all over, which is fine. That's what I expected them to do. It's just taking longer for them to vine out than what I thought it might be. It's really nice to have the grass clippings like that we put over on that side. We did the same thing with sweet potatoes. And like I just pulled that one weed, but there's not very many weeds in here, and it's not like I weed. I think I pulled, that's the 3rd weed I've pulled this by this week, which isn't really anything. Thanks for touring our garden with us. It wasn't a harvest this week, or just a small harvest. I like going out and looking at all the plants, and I hope you enjoyed it too.
This is why we get nothing done.
go this way.
It's still pretty big.
This spider is Nathan out. He came out here to plug the fence back in.